I'll show you a video. It's Matt does it all the time. Like, hey, brother. Oh, you do? Okay. Fuck you. Hey, brother.
Oh, my God.
Can you do the impression?
I cannot.
Hey, brother.
I mean, I think Matt's got the best one.
You think Matt does?
Matt has the best one.
Matt's pretty good. I won't lie. Matt has one of my favorite sketches. But hey, brother.
He also has the best Mickey Mouse.
He does a Mickey Mouse? I do a Trump. That's it.
Can you give me a Trump one for the intro right now?
Yeah. It's going to be a huge podcast. It's going to be bigly. We're going to do great things today, okay? The American people are going to be very well rewarded. As long as China doesn't interfere, it's going to be great. It's going to be huge. It's going to be huge. I repeat, huge.
I need a little more emphasis on the U.
Huge.
Huge.
It's huge, okay? It's going to be great. It's going to be bigly. I promise you this is going to be the best seasoned podcast you have ever seen. I think that's a pretty good Trump.
That was wonderful.
I think it's a pretty good Trump.
Well, I guess. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be
Good morning.
beginning this long-form content every week.
Woo. What are we calling it?
I think Dragon and Payday.
Okay, I like that.
And the camera right there, you can see us playing footsies.
Oh, can it see the $100 bills on the toe?
Yep.
You know I come dripped.
Yep. So, boys, this is something I've been wanting to do for a minute. And
we've talked about this for God knows how long.
I know. And now here we are.
Yep.
And this will be our way of just, getting all of the ideas out there.
Yeah.
And we just sit here and bullshit around.
I like that.
So
we have enough to bullshit about. So.
And this will be the first episode.
Yep.
So this will be
with the background.
Like a lot has happened.
Yeah. Just start from the top where you and I met and everything to go from there.
Yep. So I guess I want to start with
Miami.
Miami. Well, it kind of started. It started in Ruston, Louisiana Tech. But we'll start in Miami. How did we meet?
Actually, funny enough, through Bryce B. Beeston.
Shit.
Yeah.
I remember, so we got at
because you, Tommy, and Bryce had been doing like the Spit Ons show. It wasn't the Spit Ons yet, but you were doing your show covering college COD.
Yeah.
And I remember Brinka after CCL land playoffs, like him and I became good friends, and he hit me up one night. He was like, "Yo," and I knew Tommy. Mm-hmm. Tommy was always giving me shit for my recruited rosters.
And that I don't even you just came in there one random night.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I just got an invite to the Discord. I remember you gave me shit because after we did the show or whatever, I left the Discord, and you kept having to invite me back
3 different times.
Yeah.
And I had
you
to
guys
re-invite
kept
you.
having to invite me. But I remember it was just like just boys, and we had an Excel spreadsheet, and we would do like our predictions and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And you liked me because I was usually spot on with my predictions. I remember that first year I went perfect on the bracket pick for who was making CCL LAN.
You got lucky.
I did.
You did get lucky. I don't know.
I knew my shit, but I went 60 for 16.
You knew which
placements.
2 or 3 teams were gonna forfeit or something like that. You knew.
Yeah.
You were inside. It was an inside job. And
I don't know how, but I got like 1 through 16 and their placement in the pool.
That is true.
Which was crazy.
So we met through Tommy. We started
Tommy and Bryce. Yeah. I met you more through Bryce. Because Bryce invited me.
The UONA shit, right? That was kind of the night that it kind of set off.
Yeah. It was the U of NA, like no one was like getting a direct answer from CCL. So like we went through and did all the legal work for it.
That was
figured out were they legit or not.
That was the first time the Spit On show had like 100 concurrent viewers.
Yeah, I remember Gecko Colden like being in the cord and like bringing up like the pictures of like the school being for lease.
Yeah,
that was like the original.
Was that Gecko?
Night. Yeah, it was Colden.
That's
Colden
crazy.
found that.
So we started through that, and then
because I was living in Boston, going to Fisher. I was living over in Dorchester still.
Yeah, and then basically from there, like the Spit Ons, how the fuck did we get to an HQ in Boston?
I mean, shit.
We kept doing the show.
We kept doing the show. Like we were just doing our predictions and stuff. I remember that it was like you, me, Tommy, and Bryce. Whenever we could get Bryce on. Because it was always an issue with this contract.
Yeah. The Zens just didn't come through in time.
Right. It was just you, me, and Tommy, a lot of it.
Yeah.
And then I talked to you about coming to Fisher. I remember you and we had talked about it on the show, like jokingly, but then like we legitimately had like talks when I was back home for summer.
Yeah.
And you met with Aaron. We got you into Fisher. And then you actually came down to the lake house. And we filmed that whole segment. We had some fun down there.
So we're in like what 2022, right? 2022.
Yeah.
So it's 2024 now. 2022. Wait, was it?
No, it was last year. It was 23.
So 2023. Like
it's 20. We had first met in person at the CCL LAN.
Yep. So that's where we did
our first live
CCLM,
show.
We did the live show there.
Yeah.
I brought Eugene.
Yep.
And then Fisher got slammed.
Did that documentary ever get finished?
Well, it turned into Challenger.
Okay.
That's what we're going to touch on later. We're trying to go chronologically here.
The show that never happened.
I was filming this CCL LAN. It was after I filmed at Oregon.
Mm-hmm.
And I was trying to, piece together everything. I was supposed to go like St. Clair.
Got banned from St. Edwards.
Got banned from St. Edwards. Shout out Beast.
Yeah.
He just kept talking shit. And,
Dude, no, it wasn't even that. It was when
he
was making the allegations about a team faking their transcripts.
Yeah, and he was alluding to it.
And he alluded it to being the SEU, and their director called me that night. I'll never forget that. He called me, and he was like, hey, you could tell your boys he's not coming.
Well, guess where I'm going next weekend?
You're going to SEU.
I'm going to SEU.
This weekend,
I got unbanned.
Unbanned. Well, to be fair, Sterling left.
It was a shadow ban. I'm going with Sterling.
Are you?
Sterling.
I just talked to him today.
I sold him a controller.
For Vanity?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But
I think he's coming to the lake house this summer. Sterling is. I've been trying to get him a date. I'm helping him move into Kansas in June.
We're going to go to the lake house, then we're going to go to Tokyo.
I'm down.
Capybaras.
Yes.
Okay.
And the ramen. I want to try the Japan ramen.
IRL streams.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, back
you
on
got to
topic.
think the food eating streams there will be great.
Yes.
Did I just hear a camera turn off?
You did.
Okay.
We're going to fix that real quick, BRB boys.
All right. The ASIM.
Yeah, the ASIM.
R.I.P.
He's back on Phase Black.
I know, but he's no longer on Boston with me. Pentagram and beans, baby.
With you.
Breach/OXG
Parker.
Yeah.
All right.
Where do we live?
I think we're back.
I think we're back.
I think so.
Okay.
Where were we?
We were talking Oregon. You were talking about filming at Oregon and stuff.
Oregon? Yeah, okay. CCL documentary.
Yeah.
Okay. Nobody really, knew what I was trying to do. I was trying to film a CCL documentary, okay?
Because we did the live show at the hotel.
We can start with Barry and that shit show with me.
Okay. Let's go to Barry.
I love Tommy, but Tommy fucked me over.
He did.
I show up to Barry, okay?
This is still crazy.
I show up to Barry. I film the one Warzone event that they came in like third or second place with Rob and Marskis and them. That's basically it. Like,
right.
That happens. We go home for winter break. We filmed like 3 podcasts.
Yeah, because you were becoming a student after winter break, right?
I was already a student.
Oh, okay.
Student. Man. I don't know.
Barry, you and Tommy.
Yeah.
He's not beating the allegations.
Right now. But so that happens. We filmed like 3 podcasts. And the first one, like we already filmed 3 of them. We're about to release them all. The first one, Rob's intro was like, I'm that motherfucker that fucks your bitch. You can call me Mr. Fuck Your Bitch. That was his intro. First 5 minutes in the podcast, that's what they said.
Gosh.
And then immediately the next morning, I wake up to a phone call from Tommy like, hey, we got to go to the school. We got a meeting with the director. We're in trouble.
I don't know about this.
Yeah, we posted on YouTube.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah. We posted on YouTube affiliated with Barry. And he says, I'm Mr. Fuck Your Bitch, first 5 minutes in.
Oh, God.
And, I sent it to Tommy. I said, Tommy, is this cool? Yeah.
Oh, Tommy.
And apparently the director didn't even watch the rest of it. The last 45 minutes, clean as fuck. First 5 minutes, Mr. Fuck Your Bitch happened.
Tommy,
he dropped the ball. He didn't send it to Lance, our director. So Mr. Fuck Your Bitch happens. I get a call the next day. We're not allowed to make content affiliated with the school anymore.
They just cut you off.
Basically, for that way, we're on probation and shit with academic and like all that shit, athletic scholarship and all that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So that happens.
You guys kind of had to have thought that wasn't going to fly.
I think it was because it was a Catholic, affiliated type
right,
school.
I was going to say, it's any school, you're not going to be able to do that directly affiliated.
Right. So that happened. We made some cool content, though, other than that. We tried to do a golf video, and then we almost got kicked off the course because we were taking too long. Like, we had, 12 dudes, and 11 of them, or 10 of them never played golf before.
Oh, gosh.
They didn't know, that. So we never got to release a golf video with Marskis. He could swing that thing.
Okay. Can he play golf, though?
He could swing it.
Okay.
He just didn't. He didn't hit it.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So that happens, and then it's Christmas. I go home. I'm chilling. I'm excited to get back. I want to film the first CCL official documentary, just for focusing on Barry and their run because it was a good squad of 4. Better than Fisher.
I don't think Fisher was a thing at that time.
Fisher was a thing. That was that season. Was that the
Cold War?
It was
Vanguard? No, it would have been
Was it Vanguard?
MW2.
Yeah,
Vanguard,
MW2.
we were Bay State.
Yeah, so MW2.
Okay, so Vanguard.
It was going into MW2. So that happens. I get back in Christmas, from Christmas break or whatever, and I go to show for like school pictures or like the athletic pictures and shit. There's like no other like COD dudes are there. I didn't talk to Slime or Yost Money and Slime and them. Woo Slime.
Weren't you guys supposed to also bring in people?
Yeah, they're supposed to be like I was literally trying to make sure that we had a team. I didn't know that we didn't officially make the cut. Like the last day I was still trying to message people like, hey, you can go to school online, we can find a way or whatever. Nope. So I go to take pictures and I absolutely chew the fuck out of them.
Tommy.
No. Tommy went MIA on me.
Tommy G.
But I get there, I chew the fuck out of the director that was there. I was like, you're telling me the best, esports program at the school and y'all aren't going to field a team and I'm just here for no reason in Miami? I was pissed.
Oh, yeah.
So that happened.
Did you drop out after that?
No, I continued. I tried to drop out. They wouldn't let me.
Okay.
They're like, it's too late. You're already spent the money or whatever. I was like, okay, whatever. So that happens. And then I say, fuck it. I'm going to go to Oregon.
Okay. This is with UO Zip and them?
Yeah.
Okay.
So Amaze and all of them.
Yeah.
So went there, filmed. I was like, I'm just going to tour schools and shit. I didn't have anything else to do.
Because this is around when we met.
Yeah, this is, that was like March. I went to play roof ball there and all that.
Yeah.
I lost.
Did you drive cross country for that? Because I remember you did the whole film thing where you were like getting in your truck.
Did I?
Yeah. It was like you loading up the truck and shit.
And
you made it seem like it was this long cross country road trip.
Well, I drove. You know what? I don't know. Wait, no, I drove. That's when I moved from Ruston to Miami. I drove that long drive.
Okay.
Yeah, that was nice. That was a long drive. But no, I flew there. I played roof ball, and then that's when I met Eugene. Next day,
you met him on Fiverr or something.
On Upwork.
Yeah.
Upwork. I just messaged a random dude, said, "Hey, you want to watch me throw footballs at a roof?" And then he was cool. He filmed some really good shit, got some good shots for me, and then bada bing, bada boom. Next morning, I wake up, I'm like, it's only like an hour drive from me. You want to come out and film at Oregon? He came to Oregon. We did a great episode.
Took Eugene to Eugene?
Yep. That's crazy, right? Met Eugene in Eugene, Oregon. So I get him to come out there. He's in a whole nother world. He's never seen esports. So the only thing he ever played was like Halo 3 back at your friend's house type shit.
Right. Knowing Eugene, he had no.
Yeah.
Still to this day, Eugene love him to death, but doesn't know much esports.
He's lost, but he shoots great shit. So
he's
all,
great.
That's all we can do.
Good time too.
Yep. And now he's been to like 4 or 5 different events now.
Easily.
It's crazy.
He was with us in Denver. He was with us at CCL Land.
Yeah, Denver, CCL Land. He filmed at Oregon. He filmed. Where was that? He filmed in Miami. He filmed.
Did he film the Miami Major?
No.
Okay.
He filmed the Boston Major.
Yep.
So he filmed 3 events now. He's been to like 5 different states with me now. So
okay.
That's crazy.
Yeah. He went to the lake too.
And in the lake house.
Yeah.
But yeah, that happens. I film at Oregon. Then I'm like, fuck it. I'm going to start traveling schools and, just showing their esports facility off. And then I'm supposed to, book SEU. That doesn't happen. I'm like, fuck it. Then.
Shout out Bryce.
And then I wanted to go to St. Clair. And then I didn't have a passport yet. Couldn't really get there. It's from Miami.
Are we going to go to St. Clair eventually?
I want to.
I want to visit it.
Because
I feel like we could drive.
Yeah. Because by the time, people eventually see this in about like a week or so, a little less than, KB will be on the Spittin' Demons.
Officially, we'll announce it.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
So we'll have KB and Phantoms in them and
Rooper
and then Darkside. 2 Fisher guys and
two St. Clair, basically.
1 ex-St. Clair, 1 St. Clair.
I think he's planning on going back.
That would be nice. He should come to Fisher.
It's a good deal. Being an international student, he gets a full ride though.
Yeah. But so that happens, then we film at CCL Land. I'm like, we're gonna make a great episode and stuff like that. I'm hyped up about it.
We did film good content.
We filmed great content.
We had the live show.
Yep.
By the Fire with Phil Phenom and them, and then New Mexico State.
Mm-hmm.
That was the first true live season Spit On show.
Yeah, and that was the first time I met Paint and all that. I remember at that point we were enemies.
Yeah,
we were big enemies
because UNA and you guys were beefing about all that.
Yeah,
the UNA stuff,
do that
the
often,
elite stuff.
I just
because people forget that event was almost chalked because people had to play the elite.
Mm-hmm. And then UNA was just like this villain team almost, nobody
Lucho and the boys.
Yeah.
You guys
love Lucho. Now we love
right.
Lucho.
You and Lucho had beef. I remember
that was the first time I met him. I was like, "You Lucho?" I remember I interviewed him or whatever, and it was the first time we met. And now we're homies.
Yeah.
But that happened. First time I met Payne, had a great combo with him. And then in the middle of recording for it, we went up to the lake house. We're about to film the intro for everything. Eugene came to Miami, and then CCL's no more.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, this is a great, piece of the story.
I moved in when the CCL thing came out. Like everyone got fired from eFuse.
Yeah.
I had just moved back into Boston, my apartment. I was with my parents in the car when it happened.
That's what
and my mom was like, what do you need to do? Like, kind of deal.
It was like right in the middle. Like everybody was already like committed to school, so they were already
right, because we had brought in like 15, 20 people.
Mm-hmm. So like we have all these teams, and then all of a sudden, you're told you're not whatever school you're going to, you're not gonna be able to do stuff for with CCL.
Right.
It's just like no reason now. And then I'm like, okay, that's a great story piece. We're gonna continue filming this story going into that.
Yeah. You talked to Paint in an interview thing.
Yeah. So I interviewed Paint just as an interview, and he was like, 50-50.
And Jason's a great guy.
Great guy. Works hard. Never leaves his setup, bro.
No.
Never.
I saw him tweet the other day that he gets anxiety when he's not around his PC.
I could see that. He definitely is always at it, so he has to, especially when your job's online, it's just like, it's hard. But that happens. I'm like, great storyline. We're going to continue. And then
it was
over
the
Fisher announcement.
Was it over Christmas or Thanksgiving that I hit you up that CCL was coming back?
It was like December 27th.
Yeah, so I'm at my grandparents' house. And I remember I got chewed out for this. Partially because of your fault.
By Little B?
Yeah. So my boss texted me, hey, CCL's happening. It's going to be under NECC.
Mm-hmm.
Don't tell anyone. I tell you first.
I didn't tell anyone.
You told Brian.
Little B. I told Little B because I was like, if Little B told,
Right, after I said don't say anything.
He told Chef P. I was just wanting to make sure that we were good because that's why we got this HQ.
And then I get chewed out and got put on an NDA.
Sometimes you got to take it.
Yeah, so that happens. I tell you it's coming back. Don't tell you to tell no one. You tell Brian that you know. And then I get put on an NDA.
I waited 24 hours.
It wasn't even 24 hours. I got chewed out later that night.
It was like 18.
No, it was within 6 or 7. Because Brian texted me later that night.
Who's counting?
Yeah, who's
counting?
I just remember after that, I got sent an NDA that I had to fill out that night.
That's fair.
Yeah.
But then, I interview Paint. He tells me, because I think we knew before he knew almost. So it was like 50-50 at that point with him. But I was like, I feel like it's coming back. The stuff happens, like that. He hits me up to make like the kind of announcement video that CCL
the CCL put out,
which was dope because a year ago we were villains, so I was like, okay, now I'm kind of on the good side now with him, and we actually see eye to eye, and now I finally like kind of saw his POV on things because as you grow you gotta understand that you gotta also do like PR and stuff like that and deal with bullshit, which I don't think I'm the best at.
No,
that's okay.
You're horrible.
That's okay.
You're absolutely the worst. The amount of PR damage I've had to do with you is.
Brand risk is a big one. You got to have a little bit of a brand risk to have a reward. No risk, no reward.
But you stress me out.
That's fine.
Because like people think I'm a brand risk just because I'm me.
You're like,
but I'm not a brand risk when it comes down to like doing the right things.
I do the right thing. I'm just I do it in the wrong way.
You do it wrong every time.
That's fine.
And you've caused me so many headaches. I don't know how many times I've gotten a call from like my boss. It's like, hey, like the fucking Boston thing, the Boston major where you're tweeting shit.
We're chronologically we're there almost. The CCL's back.
CCL's back.
We do the announcement video. Bada bing, bada boom.
And then I signed with Boston.
Yeah, you signed with Boston. You're interning with their operations and stuff, and then I get moved up to here.
Yeah,
I leave
which was
Miami,
a process,
which I was so sad about because this place fucking sucks. That
I like
sucks.
Boston.
Boston's horrible.
Would I live here full time? No, but like I like Boston. Like. You can't say there hasn't been there's been no shortage of stuff to do. You just, with your lifestyle, you don't do anything.
There's better esport opportunities here.
100%. We have done way more opportunity stuff for like the Spit Ons and you and me here than we would anywhere else.
Yeah, that's fair.
Between Fisher, Breach, Helix, PAX, all that.
I agree. It's better. There's more lands up here and stuff like that. Like Miami, I was always flying. Like
we drove to New York.
Yeah, like we can just go straight to Hudson, like Philly. Events like that. I can just drive to now instead of all that. Flying from Miami, the ball sack of Florida. Yeah, which I'm going back to Miami though. You do know that, and you're coming
Right.
with me, and you're wearing your flip flops every day there.
Oh yeah, I'd love to go out to Miami for a
We're
week.
moving
or
the
two.
HQ there.
All right,
Come on.
fly me out every now and then. I'm down.
Okay, that's fine. But yeah, so move up here. I leave Miami. I'm sad as fuck, but I'm so happy about this HQ. This was last minute too, so like,
Because we looked at a place over by Fisher. I remember that.
yeah, we saw that huge place that we
would have been cool.
It would have been cool.
I think we would have been able
really
to.
cool.
I think we would have been able to do more, but also our
Yeah.
funds would have been a lot more limited.
Yeah, and I think this is the perfect space.
Oh, it worked out perfect.
We have like this little stream room area, and then we got the main office area, which is perfect. We got
Yep.
a cell to put you in, which is now Lotus's bedroom. So
Shout out.
I
Lotus.
mean, we got him living here helping
and then
us
the
out.
trash hallway.
And then in the trash hallway, which eventually will be hopefully not trash, but
No,
until then, we're gonna have to have a clean out day whenever I have a free weekend.
And during this whole, at what point in this time did you start talking with Carlos? Because it was
That-
pre-Boston.
It was pre-Boston. It was like right around like January 7th in the AWL at Austin event. That was the first time that I really talked with him. I met
Okay.
him at the kickoff event, which we skipped over, but we can go back
So
to
right
that when we
before
start
you
talking
moved
about
to
the Challenger.
Boston.
Yeah. So apparently I've met him several times before, but I didn't know that.
Okay.
Because he was just like, because he looks pretty normal at events. Like he doesn't look like he's like super a part of it, sort of. Like he just looks
Yeah.
like he's kind of like maybe.
Like a dad watching his kid.
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry, Carlos.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, that's the passion that he brings too. It's like a
Yeah.
father watching his kids.
Yeah,
play, and
yeah,
I love that
100%.
shit.
I love Carlos.
Yep. And so that happened. I met him at AWL, and then after that we talked, and he was very interested in the Spit Ons, what I wanted to do and stuff like that. And then
And this is before we had any live show.
this is before. Yep. Yeah, this was like right before. So that event happens, and then the next week is whenever I move here.
And you fly Eugene out.
And then Eugene flies out. We film like kind of just the behind the scenes stuff. And then
Our trips to Guitar Center and shit.
Yep, and putting this whole place together, which it turned out a lot better than.
Yeah. I mean, he built all the soundproofing.
Yeah,
Eugene
get the
did.
soundproof in here, and then we got. I think that green curtain was my idea, by the way. Beautiful fucking idea.
I mean, it turned out okay.
It turned out okay.
Yeah.
What would be better?
I still think you should have done the idea that you had originally, where we have
The
the
spotlight?
no, the
What?
mural.
Oh, graffiti wall?
Yeah.
I mean, that is still possible. I mean, we can still like open up the curtain a little bit and have it like in there. I'd like to have a spotlight like right there pointing down on it. Type
I still
shit.
think that would have been cooler.
That
than
would be cooler.
graffiti.
Just a little bit more effort we had to put in.
Yeah.
But it turned out really well. Eugene helped out. He filmed everything, and we're able to do some crazy productions here. Only thing that sucks is the internet.
Well, yeah, we're just not in an area.
Just
with
no
fiber.
mean, bro.
Just where we are. I mean, any of the other places we looked at, we would have had fiber.
Yeah, any other place. Like,
Yeah.
So, but we got all right. It's like 1,500 down, and like 300 up, which still sucks, but it's whatever.
It does everything we need it to.
Except let me shoot back on ranked.
Yeah.
But it's whatever.
But we have options for that as well.
Yeah, that's
We
what
have Helix, My House.
Yeah. So that happens, and then Challengers, which is I think the Boston Breach event was very good, other than that one slight moment.
What, when you thought that there weren't going to be enough teams?
No. Well, I mean that was almost unfortunate. I'm glad that
They were always going to do that.
yeah. And now that I wish that they would just be open with it, but I mean I know what they're doing.
Right. That's what
supply
you
and
have to
demand,
do.
supply and demand. Make it seem like it's only going to be 64, and then people want to sell out, buy fast, and then bada bing, bada boom, another 32 open up, and 96, right? It was like, or it
Yeah.
ended up being like 100 and what?
It was the largest Challengers event outside of the original Challengers event, which was held at the Armory in Minnesota,
Yeah, that was a huge one.
which was the first ever one, which I placed T48 at.
Oh my god, did you actually?
Yeah. I won my winners round one. I was on a random pickup team too. Like I still know the guys kind of. They weren't anything crazy. We were like an 80, 90 seed coming in. Their teammate had an appendicitis getting on his plane, had to go have surgery. So they picked me up at the door. I'm driving from Kansas to there to do our team because we had Higher X Senior. I was with my co-owner Andrew, and our team would have been Fame, Hunt, Jansport Jake.
I know we
those
Fame
guys.
is spawn again with you.
No. That was
that's who you're
like
supposed to
that's
play.
who I was. Our team that we sent. I was going as an org owner.
So you're saying you placed T48 and you were spawning in?
As a player, I spawned and got 48. We
Man, we were down bad then, huh?
So won my winners round one. Winners round two, I played Pharaoh, Parasite, Spacely, Spart, and Prolute. We lost that one 2-1. We won the SND. I had 17.
Of course. You won the SND.
We did. R.I.P. But Pharaoh said I had some good spots that he ended up using.
Oh my god.
It's a cool moment for me. Played on main stage for that match, which was cool.
Okay.
We won a couple in losers and then lost to a French team. Because it was the weekend that they had changed controls, so no one had played the new control except some of the EU guys.
There was no control.
Yeah, it was.
There was no control.
It was.
MW 2019, it was domination.
My bad. It was the new domination. They redid all the rules.
Look at the dude who pays attention.
My bad. I just remember it was it was a shit show, that map.
Yeah.
But I got 48.
That's fine. You know, that's not bad.
And then the team I lost to, they got smoked by Estee and Hypno.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So my boys beat them. They were like, "What are you doing, vetoes?" I was like, "I don't fucking know."
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's not bad. That's a good track record you got there.
Yeah.
I don't believe it though. I think you were cheating.
It was on LAN on console. That was the last time I spawned in at a major, though.
That crony.
Actually, it was a beaver stick.
So you had a beaver.
Everyone did.
Mm.
Everyone was required to play on the beaver stick.
You have some software on that beaver.
No, it was supplied by CWO. It was the beaver stick, so they had lower latency on your controller, so input delay didn't exist.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
But all right. So and then the Boston event, great event. Other than that one hiccup,
Yep.
We're not going to talk about the hiccup, but it was a little hiccup that I did not want to happen, and I'm not a fan of the Sunday morning.
I mean, there was nothing we could have done.
I agree. That's what it was. Just a little.
It was
hiccup,
a face issue,
and we figured it out, and we got it right. Brand risk. Me. Yeah. But great event nonetheless, because Miami was a shit show.
Horrible.
Thank you. It
I was
horrible.
I was supposed to go with you guys, but then I ended up going to the Big 12 tournament. I was glad I didn't go.
Right.
Because there was the shooting at the hotel.
Shooting at the hotel.
Kid set off the fire alarm with a vape.
Kid set a fire alarm off with a vape. I think he did it, and then somebody pulled a fire alarm to make everybody leave and re-enter to make sure that, like, at this X-ray or whatever, everybody had their, like, vapes taken or some shit. I don't know. That happened.
And then also there was low amount of teams.
Yeah, not a good amount of teams. Horrible, like, huge area, huge venue, but zero just challengers area. It was just like a corner. Like, they just threw you in the back corner in the dark in the shot. 8 stations.
8 stations, 16 setups. Yeah. And then
this is where the Carlos comes in. So when Carlos said he wanted to invest into the Spit Ons,
we finalized it at Denver.
Yeah. So we had that meeting.
You mean Carlos in a basement?
Yeah, we had we're in a basement just talking shit, drinking some Monster.
Who was that random guy that kept coming down?
I don't know, but he just kept coming down. He's like
middle of the meeting.
Yeah, he's like, y'all want me to just come talk with y'all? Or he's like, I'm real business savvy. If you want me to come talk, like, I got some love.
I remember he brought down everyone drinks and shit too.
Yeah.
That was interesting.
So Denver happens. We had the season Spit Ons major with Premier Circuit. Great event.
Are we allowed to talk about what we're doing going forward with them?
With Carlos?
No. With
Premier?
AWL.
AWL.
And Premier Circuit, yeah.
What are we doing?
Aren't we doing their next events?
Yeah, we're doing them. Yeah, we can talk about it.
Have you talked to Hammer yet?
Yeah.
All right. So for the people who don't know, Connor might be the worst time management and people responding person. I've been talking to Hammer for like 3 weeks now, and he was like, yeah, he talked to Cheeto, and I've set up multiple meetings for Connor, and he's not made a single one with this guy. For the people who know, like Connor is the worst at responding, so if you ever need anything, text me, not him, please.
You or Lotus or my mother or anybody, honestly.
I bitched you out to your mother. I don't know if you know this. I texted her 2 weeks ago. I was like, listen, your son is the worst.
He needs
Beth,
to figure
please.
it out. I'm going to figure it out eventually, but it's like what I told Carlos. I just need an assistant. I need somebody who is in charge of just making sure I don't forget shit.
Well, because I would say, not to bag on you, but 90% of the problems that we had in Miami were because of you.
Yes, but also it was last minute.
Right, but it shouldn't have been.
It shouldn't have been?
Because
we were in charge of the team 2 weeks out.
We had been in charge of them since Denver.
But we didn't finalize that.
Did. Hunter and I both did.
We didn't have a team pass for a minute there.
We always knew we were going to get one way or another.
So when VRBO canceled on me 30 minutes before, that's on me?
Yes, because you booked it the night of.
I booked it 2 nights
So
before.
I ended up finding this out. I was talking to Lotus about this. A lot of the time, those people in Miami that rent places, they put them on B&B.
Oh yeah.
And so they forget to take them down on the other one.
Yeah.
So you would rent it. Someone
But
would
the
rent it on
other, but that person just messed up. It was that person's fault because the next place I booked immediately almost refunded me. Like, well, actually, I had to reach out to them. So it's on them for not realizing that it's on both and it's been booked on the other.
Right.
So he wouldn't until I messaged him and asked him for an early check-in. I would have got fucked again.
Right.
We booked it 2 nights before, but there's no reply. I get a confirmation email. The money leaves the account.
Right.
It's been paid for.
Right.
At that point, there's no reason for me to think otherwise. And then I get towed while filming with censoring them.
Yeah.
And bada bing.
That was a rough day. You missed your flight.
Because I got towed. I had to take an Uber to go get my truck, and then I literally paid the $150 to get the tow in ones. In ones. I always walk around with ones. But not anymore because I don't have any now.
You paid with $150 in ones?
Yeah. That's all I had on me.
Jeez.
It was a good one. They had a good laugh with it.
I'm sure they did.
So I show up there, I get that, so I had to reschedule my flight for the next morning, and then I get off my flight to a message saying, or while I was filming there is when they were about to check in.
Right, and then that all happened for the Verbo.
Yeah, so 3 p.m. check-in, 2:35, I get an email, because they're on their way, they just got the lift or whatever with the season account. They're on their way. I get the email, because I thought it was an email with the code, because I was looking for the code to send them so they can, boop, 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 and check in.
Right.
I see you've been refunded and then canceled. I'm like, shit. That happens.
Right.
We get a hotel. The hotel apparently has prostitutes, some blood on the bed, stuff, bugs in there.
I got sent pictures.
Yeah.
I remember Floof was freaking out. Yeah, I was trying to calm him down.
Yeah, we had a Expedia, thing filed. We got that refunded. It took a few days, but we got that refunded.
So those nights were all free?
Well, they went to another place.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So we got those refunded. So we got fucked again. And this is before I'm even in town.
Right.
I wake up next morning and I pull up. I get my rental car. I'm driving there. Bada bing, bada boom. Another one canceled. So I'm pulling up to the event.
So what's that?
Canceled.
3 canceled.
That's three fuck ups that are out of the control.
Yes and no.
If it was months ahead, yes.
Agreed. Well, even weeks ahead. We had 2 weeks to do it.
Even if that.
Did you stress the fuck out of Hunter?
I stressed the fuck out of myself
and everyone involved.
I wanted to legitimately off myself in game.
Yeah. I didn't want to go because I knew stuff like this was happening.
Yeah. So that happens. I pull up to the event on Friday. We still don't have a place. We do our things. They play. We almost lose round 1.
Oh, yeah.
We almost lost to, what was it, Super Perp?
Yeah.
Almost lost to Super Perp.
To be fair, I think we were trolling a little bit.
We were trolling. But Daddy's heart could not take a troll, and Daddy had to watch that. So that happens. It's whatever. We make it. We almost had to play later that day, and then they said, no, you can play tomorrow, whatever, dumb shit. Boom. Go book a hotel. You know what they do? They try to charge us like triple what the rate was, because since it's like spring break, and saying that they almost didn't let us check in because we had KB who was 18. And they said, you had to be like 21 and over, like any 18-year-olds, like they had to be with their father type shit. I'm like, I'm KB's daddy now. Like, but they said it's chill, but then they try to charge us extra.
I love Francis.
He's the best. He calls me Conor McGregor.
I know. He's top 5 funniest gamers I've ever met.
It's incredible. But yeah, that
happens.
happens.
Tuna subs.
Tuna subs? We good?
Yeah, we're going to stop again.
You haven't stopped that one, right?
No.
Okay, bet. But so that happens. And then we finally get the hotel somehow, some way, thank God to Timmy, and having an account with points and stuff. So it
poor
went
Timmy.
well. Yeah, poor Tim. What up? Oh, no, you can just do it. We'll just go to the main camp.
Yeah.
And then that happens. We finally, laid down in a bed. I laid down in a bed, and I felt okay for a little bit.
Was this the night Tommy was trying to get you to go out and he called you a pussy?
He didn't call. Oh, I don't know if he called me a pussy.
He did.
But snapping.
He did, in Discord.
Snapping at the event was like, you down to go out? This is before we had a hotel or anything booked. I was like, I want to, brother, but I'm running on like 2 hours of sleep. We still don't have a hotel. It's like
Tommy and Bryce were cooking you guys. You and Ian.
Oh yeah. I mean, they go through that and they still want to go out. That's kudos to them. I knew I had to wake up the next day at like 9 a.m. So I was like, there's no way off of 2 hours of sleep in the last 2 days. And I still had to find a hotel. I got to go lay down. Then I had to go take Hunter to Ian's place to get his baggage. So it was like 2 a.m. by the time we finally got into bed. So we couldn't have even gone out if we wanted to. We got a little faded at their B&B, though. We had some good times.
Okay.
So it was nice.
Did you guys get a B&B at this point?
No, we got a hotel.
Okay.
It was a nice resort.
Okay.
You know, we almost, the B&B that canceled on us, though, the night before, the second one, I finally said, fuck it, we were getting something crazy.
I remember that.
And it was crazy.
I saw the pictures.
It would have been so dope.
You got everyone's hopes up.
I got my hopes up. I almost showed up.
Yeah.
I didn't show up that weekend, I'll tell you that. Mentally, I was just in hell. You know that?
Oh, I bet.
Yeah. But that was my first experience being an org owner. And I don't even want to get into what happened the next day with fucking Suckery.
Sukri and them.
Suckery.
Yako.
It's Suckery now.
Yako.
We can call him Suckery all you want. He can suck a dick.
I will say, you went a little overboard on Twitter with it.
45 mentions.
Yeah, you went a little overboard.
45. You know why? He broke my heart.
Yeah.
45 mentions.
I thought you went a little overboard.
You keep fucking with the dragon, and he's going to keep roaring. I even yapped at him whenever they left. I was sitting on the concrete out there after we lost, and then they played Boston Breach, won, and they were already top 3.
Yeah.
They stole money from us. They stole the money that we spent on that fucking resort.
What's funny is I saw on Twitter, Bryce Brinket called him, he told him in Spanish he smelled like shit, which I thought was funny.
That's what something you got to know is you don't fuck with the dragon, you're going to get harassed.
I think I made one tweet about it, and that was it.
Yeah. Like, I'm going to let the community know.
I'm at least PR trained.
Yeah. I'm not. I refuse to be. If Suckery wants to keep sucking dick like that and putting his dick on the ground and snaking us, stair glitching, 4 trophies, fuck him. That's why he got dropped.
Did he get dropped?
He did get dropped because he sucks.
That's funny.
And I can't wait to release the footage where he's like, it is what it is. He said that. And that was like whenever we finally got reversed on the round control or whatever. He was like, it is what it is. I don't know what to tell you. That's what I want to post. So after, he's lucky I wasn't at my laptop whenever he they posted he got dropped. I would just post that 5-second clip. It is what it is, I guess. I don't know. That's what he said, bro. It's like, it is what it is. Can you still believe that happened, though, that we got fucked like that?
I mean, that was rough. And then from there, like Hunter and I had talked. We knew it was kind of chalked at that point.
Oh, I felt it. The energy was so down.
Yeah, I mean, how do you recover from that? You get reverse swept with the team, breaking every rule in the book.
And just for context, boys, was us Saturday. We were playing. We're top
this was
12. We were playing for top 6.
Yeah.
And through winners. And then they would have played Boston Breach or top 3, hit the money. That had been $10,000 in the pocket because Boston Breach they beat in the last cup or whatever, right? So we literally had a pretty opportune.
It was
moment.
a perfect because once we got past Omid EU, it was like, oh shit,
like
we have a chance.
They beat Omid 3-2, right? A pretty crazy match, right?
Yeah.
It wasn't strange.
They won off Dark Side of Ninjing.
Mm-hmm. That's what I heard. Like, in no bullshit, I never don't show up to lands and stuff. I did not show up for that match. You know that?
Wow.
I was laying in the hotel room about to just jump.
You got to
off the
think if
balcony.
you don't show up, they win that next one.
You got to think, right? I should.
You might be bad luck.
I think so. They beat Omid EU. We have the craziest like bracket opportunity. Okay, playing for top 6 against Suckery. 5 Media Clan, those fucks that they did the same thing at Boston, right? They snaked and they stair glitched, right? Camping them.
No, they did snake people, but the big thing was they reportedly, I think it was Yako's dad was standing behind
doing signals and stuff,
where he was standing behind the other team during SZNDs and like kind of signaling when they were defusing.
Yep. So that happens. Okay, we're playing them. Control, high rise. Okay, normal game going. Going to round 5, just like any other control, every other fucking series, it's just the same thing over and over.
We got the team kill glitch.
We get the defense. KB throws a nade over, Heli or something to the B point. It kills Rupert, blows up a barrel, some dumb shit. He's like, I can't respawn. Normal shit. They played out there. They 3v4 and they almost like it still was kind of close. It was like a long round, whatever. That happens. Apparently, both teams had streaks, stuff like that. They were making a big deal about it.
I know it was like a 20, 30-minute conversation.
This was like a 3-hour match.
Yeah.
At that point. So that happens, and we spend 40 minutes of deliberation at the table, like the 5 media clans. Like,
was it with Neff?
Huh?
Was it with Neff? Older black woman?
I'm not. No, it wasn't with. It was with 2 white dudes.
Okay.
Yeah. So like they're talking. They don't really know dude because apparently it happened to a couple other teams throughout the event, like in the T64 like range or whatever, and those teams just got like they just said it is what it is. So that's why Suckery and then was advocating that like that's what should happen here. We should just continue on. We're up 2-0. Like might as well just they were like it's gonna be 2-1 is whatever. And Hunter, luckily for him and Floof and all and Phantoms, Timmy was he was getting up in that.
Oh yeah.
He was like, nah, this ain't happening. So thank God we get a reset. You want to know what happens round 1?
What?
Rupert gets a streak.
Okay.
He calls in a UAV.
Oh.
So yeah, he has the glide.
See, this is what I'm telling you. You set the glide and then the last 2 streaks on the thing.
Yeah, but I think what happened is the way they were having the setup control. So that's why it got reset was because apparently the way you're supposed to set up the lobby was not through CDL mode. You're supposed to make it normal and then that. But then there's the UAV glitch that you just get a UAV at the beginning of the round or something like that. So it's just it's a mess. So that happens. He calls in a UAV. Then, Suckery stands up. He's like, what the fuck? Like, suck a dick.
They reset it again.
So we reset and then we go down 0-1. So that happened.
Yeah, because they reset the entire control.
Yeah, we reset the entire control. And then we just, like, the penalty, we just lose that round. Yeah, which was fine. So that happened. So we're even more checked. You should have seen Rupert's face whenever, because I was filming right behind him. I see the UAV calling because I was looking through the monitor and I was recording. I was like, wait, did he just call in a UAV? And then he just puts his head up. And I was like, shit.
Yeah.
So that happens. Another 20 minutes just, arguing about the UAV and stuff like that.
I think it's technically supposed to be a map forfeit.
Yeah, that's what they're arguing about. But we eventually got it settled.
Because I forfeited a team in Boston for that. I gave them a whole map forfeit.
Yeah, that's what they were saying after that. So I was like, whatever. We get, and I could tell just from watching like their POVs, they were Suckery and them started snaking. Like after that happened, like after the UAV, I noticed they were snaking, stair glitching, especially on high rise. Everything you could lay down on, every ledge, they did it.
And Timmy refuses to match.
That whole team is too nice to do it. The whole Spin Demons roster is way too nice.
They'll never do it.
So yeah, so that happens. Skid Row, the worst fucking map to deal with snaking on. So they get snaked to hell, stair glitched on every single stair. They lose the HP pretty rough. They're Skid Row. I think Skid Row they shouldn't. I mean, after the season Spit Ons major or whatever, a Premier Circuit, watching Zen Goblin and Co. lose on Skid Row HP and then watching them get slammed by fucking Suckery and them.
Never again.
Never again. I don't want to see a Skid Row. That happens, then we lose SZND hard. They run 4 trophies, just like the Skid Row. Boom. We go play fucking Beans and Co. with Team War. Get slammed.
Yeah. I mean, you're checked at that point. Morale's in the tank.
Yeah. Place top 12.
Yeah.
Instead of all,
playing for
at
top
least,
3.
Yeah, instead of playing Breach in them. And the Spin Demons owner season was demoralized.
I know Carlos was pretty pissed too.
We literally sat there and we were like, we just want to go stare at the water and pretend it's ice cream. That's what we said. That's what he said to me.
I'll never forget getting a call from Hunter. He's sitting outside the venue, just defeated. I've never seen him like this.
We were both out there. Yeah, I was laying.
Well, no, this was after you had gone back inside.
Yeah, I remember that he came out there and he saw me. I was just laying down the concrete out there.
Yeah, no, because he said you had gone back inside and said you were getting your stuff to leave, and then you were gone for like an hour and a half.
Yeah, I was just sitting there, just absolutely complaining I was with Conwa and Choco and Lillian and them, just complaining. Yeah. I was pissed. But that happens. But on the bright side, I'll never be an org owner again. I'll never be in charge of logistics again.
Thank God.
I'm saying I don't think that's ever a good idea.
No,
never.
Because it wasn't an issue of like you had bad intentions. You just waited too long for stuff.
I just haven't had enough time to do anything.
Yeah.
I don't know. But on the bright side, Spin Demons, by the time this is announced, or this video is out, hopefully Spin Demons is announced. Carlos and Lucy and them, they're finally
If it's
gonna
not, I
take
did
over.
not approve the posting of this, and this
Yep.
is Carlos. Right now, if this came out before, season leaked it.
Yeah. Yeah. This will not be the Barry situation where we'll make sure we'll be good on this, but we'll have
He
KB.
leaked it.
Yeah. I will leak this. But that happens. And now let's just get to present day.
Yeah.
What's going on now?
I mean, we have, of course, the team. We have you, me, and Hunter working on that.
Yeah. So let's go ahead with it. We got the Spitting Demons is going to be KB, Rupert, Phantoms, Darkside.
Yep.
2 Fisher guys, 2 St. Clair type guys. Great fucking team.
Yeah, it's bigger
honestly.
than green and blue.
Green and blue or green and red?
They're blue.
Oh,
We're blue. They're green.
Oh, yeah. It's way bigger than green and blue.
Yeah.
They came together. KB is gross. Phantoms, like last night when we had the meeting with them or whatever, he's the dinosaur that needs to be there for them. He is overlooking them. He's phenomenal. Darkside is
gross.
God, he's taught me more in one game of fucking 8s during the CCL 8s than anything I've ever learned in my life.
Yeah. Gross.
1 invasion HP, and I was like,
And
damn.
the crazy thing about those two is I believe he's 19 or 20, KB's 18, 19, and then Rupert's like 19, 20.
Yeah, and then Rupert had that 1v4 on what is it, Mercado against Breach.
Yeah.
So they have a great track record. Timmy's had experience with UIU in the CWL, right?
Atlanta. He was the original FaZe Black team.
Oh, really?
It was him, Simp, Cell, Asim, and Gravity.
Wow.
They won CWL Dallas.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
But we had great fucking team. I think it's gonna be really good. They're basically gonna be signed for the rest of the year.
Yep.
And we're looking to really.
Hunter's taking over that, so he's monitoring their scrims, everything.
So Hunter Speck will be the guy
My
that will
duo.
helping manage them. He'll be helping at events, just like you will be. Hopefully, if you find a way to get on a plane and not die again. Oh no.
For me, it's not that I hate traveling. I love the traveling. I would rather just drive the 18 hours to a lot of these events. I just don't have a car right now out here. It's in Kansas. But, I have chronic ear issues. It's plagued me my whole life, so I just hate flying.
Every time I fly, I just hate my life. It feels like I'd rather that than drive, though. But, my ankle.
I should be at the rest of the events this year, though. I should be at Toronto.
All right, perfect.
So we just have Carlos figure out, or whoever it is that does the flights, just
Yeah.
tell me where I need to be, and I'll be there. I don't miss
then-
flights like you.
Yeah. I just reschedule. So I don't think I miss them. I reschedule them. That's what I like to think, because I always get the insurance when I get flights.
Yeah, okay.
I'm going to miss it. You know what I'm going to do? Next available flight. Okay, there we go. Rebook. Boom. But then...
You ended up staying an extra day in Denver because of that.
Yes, and I had a
'Cause you
great
missed
time.
it.
I literally laid down in that hotel room and chilled for a day. You know how nice a chill day is?
I mean, yeah.
Super nice.
Yeah.
But that happens, and then let's talk about the local side of it and a little bit of the Challenger film, sort of.
Okay.
I think it has also taken the same path as the CCL film. So Challenger is kind of supposed to be on amateur COD, highlighting both sides of it. So all the way from the CCL to top tier challengers with KB in them. So it became Challenger basically was what the CCL film was supposed to be. It evolved into kind of the CCL dismantling, and then it coming back together. And then I got into the local scene with the Columbus kickoff with Cheeto's low tier event. Love that shit. Love shooting there. And then I was just gonna make a recap of that LAN, and then that's when I started finding out there's a lot more locals coming up. So I was like, I kind of want to go up to Major 1.
Yeah.
Then Major 1 happens, and it was kind of a shit show because of everything I had to do before. It went from the AWL LAN to me traveling to Boston, my shit not getting here on time. My truck got delivered a week and a half late here.
Then it was dead.
And then it was dead. Didn't have a battery. Had to go get that done. And then that all happened.
Yeah.
So Challenger has evolved into a lot more, though. And I think before Toronto, it should be out.
The first one.
The first episode.
Okay.
And then
because it'll cover the Fisher College team.
It will cover,
And then
everything.
All the
It's almost like the process of the Spit Ons at this point, sort of, because it'll be the behind the scenes of what's happened here, stuff like that. And then every single local I've been to will cover pieces of that. And after that, we'll be primarily focusing on the Premier Circuit.
Mm-hmm.
That will be one part of Challenger, and then the other part will be the actual Spittin' Demons behind the scenes of them, looking into each player profile, stuff like that.
Yep.
And that will be each major episode almost at that point. After.
Did you pitch the idea to Carlos that we want to do for them?
Which one?
The boot camp idea.
I have not yet, but I need to.
Because I think that'd be good content too.
I mean, if he's down to get him there, I like it.
Yeah. We just have him come here.
Yeah, we'll literally have him here, and then we can just do all the behind-the-scenes stuff. But I think before Toronto, that should be out, hopefully. And then from there, each major will have a full one. Just everything. And then I think that's a pretty good roundup of everything that's happening.
Yeah, it gets us up to speed so everyone knows where we are. And then we got this weekend CCL playoffs, then you're going to SEU.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll be me.
Going to film Fear the Goat.
Yeah, it'll be me and Lotus keeping things down here.
And Beast. And Snapping.
Hopefully. I don't know.
If I paid for that motherfucker's half of that flight, he better sit his ass on the couch.
I hope he does. I was talking to Ian. He was like, "Oh, we might not be there until late afternoon."
They're placing T64 and they're coming over here. That's what's happened about 3 p.m. in the afternoon. If anything different happens, then I'm going to be excited for him. But I think
I just want to see the state of mind those two show up to the event for the show.
Yeah. They'll be yapping.
Oh, yeah.
But I think other than that, we've pretty much touched every topic. We've touched everything.
Yeah?
Except each other.
I'm okay with that.
You okay with that?
I'm okay with that. Okay.
Sorry.
But yeah, no. That kind of gets us up to speed of where we are now with the season Spit Ons.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, next episode we can kind of save for like what the future wants to be. Like our plans for that, like Tokyo and the lake and all that.
We'll start. This is going to being
I'm excited for Tokyo. If Carlos makes Tokyo happen, I will actually be indebted for that guy forever.
Like, we're going to go to Tokyo.
Okay.
I don't care if I have to sell this HQ.
Japan will be cool.
Yes. Other than that, I think we've touched the Challenger, we've touched the
College
Fisher, we've touched CCL, we've touched the majors, the Spittin' Demons. I think that was pretty good. I think so. Can you go ahead and shout out our sponsors, please?
Yeah, shout out to Screaming Demons, the goats. All this is possible.
Who the fuck is Screaming Demons?
Spitting Demons. Sorry, Carlos gets the hashtag wrong. I get the name wrong.
Continue.
Spitting Demons. Those guys are awesome. They just like today they helped out with like a headset issue. Like, those guys do it right.
Make life a lot easier.
So much easier.
Less bullshit for me.
Yes. And then shout out COD Agent. Online tournament needs. We're gonna be doing more with them. I know that you and I have talked. We have a lot in plan.
Shane pitched to me the idea is that it'll be a once a week special show, but it'll be surrounding their wager format.
Yeah, I'm excited for that. We're also going to be starting up the kick streams here soon.
Gambling kick after dark streams, boys.
I'm excited for those.
Like if you see the stream and it's like not this light, it's like neon. It looks like you're in like a nightclub. That means we are going hard at it.
Yes, it'll be on Kick. So if you're not following the Kick, I'll have them put it in the description. We're going to be doing that a lot.
Yeah.
Just our after show shenanigans kind of deal. It might not even be gambling. It might just be us fucking around.
Yeah. Just doing something that we can't do on Twitch.
And that's all made possible by our sponsors. So shout out to those guys. I'm excited for that. But yeah, no, that should do it.
Yeah. All right, boys. Well, y'all have a good night. We'll be seeing y'all around. Hopefully, y'all tune into the stream. I guess they won't see it, but we'll be having a really good CCL postseason show tomorrow.
Yeah, the regionals will be fun. The postseason show.
But other than that, boys, y'all have a good night. Much love. Can you spit in the mic without actually spitting? Just a little. We're gonna work on it. All right. Good night, boys.
Peace.
I think that was good.
I think it was. Ugh. All right, let's get some food.